Hello, everyone. Welcome to a very special to my heart client testimonial because this client is my very own mother. Holy shit, I know. I got to coach my own mother. This is not the first time that I have worked with her, but it was a very special occurrence, and she wants to share her experience, wants to share what this work has transformed and changed for her, and what she's creating in her business to help women express their joy, come back online to the truth of who they really are through movement, through dance. And yeah, so let's dive right in.
Okay,
Thanks for being here, Mom.
excited.
That's so fun. Okay. So tell anybody watching what it was that led you to come to the VIP in-person day. I held an in-person day at my house. We did coaching, very deep, intimate coaching and identity work. And then we had a beautiful chef prepared dinner outside in my backyard, which was just so yummy and such a vibe. And so fun, like hilarious. But tell everybody what led you, like what was happening up until then that led you to sign up.
I really think it was just I just felt led. It was like after listening to you, I didn't even know what it was involving. I had no clue that there was going to be this absolutely awesome dinner that was going to be by a personal chef. I had none of that. And I wasn't even really sure what you were doing. I just know that you had made a comment as I was talking about putting together my movement retreat. You made a comment one day that it would be good for me. And I think that you've built that trust when it comes to business things that I was like, okay, I need to make this happen.
I love that. You followed the nudge. And
Yep.
it's funny because the other woman that was there said the same thing. She's like, I didn't really know what we were gonna do, but I just knew I needed to be here. Which is really cool that you both trusted yourselves. What were you feeling and experiencing like in life, in business, up until then, up until the event?
um, I had really made and stepped out due to a lot of your encouragement and just some previous things we had done. And one day I just said, I'm going to do this. And when I went to visit and have my physical therapy session with the PTA that I've known now for about 3 years, who's dance medicine trained, she's kind of been following along with this with me for a couple of years. And she said, I'm in. So I said, okay, I think I got to do this then. And I just was feeling like I felt like if I felt like being in the workshop would help me break through some of my fear.
Here, okay. Good. She's talking about the retreat that she's hosting and the woman that she's co-hosting it with, who she met at physical therapy. It's such a like divine manifestation and alignment. And now they are co-hosting a dance retreat together to help women heal, express themselves, come back to their joy, like all the beautiful work that they both put into the world.
What
And
about that though was the fact that here I am, just turned 70 in November, and here she is, early to mid 30s, I would say. And I just never, ever in my full life of dancing and having dreams and things I wanted to do, imagine that it wouldn't be till I was 70 years old and it would be with somebody half my age.
I know. It's so beautiful, but it's like what is age really? I mean, a mindset. So, and one of the breakthroughs that you really leaned into at our VIP day was this like, I'm right in the right place at the exact right time. Like, my age isn't a problem. It's actually a benefit to me because I have all this like lived life experience and I get to inspire people that maybe would have used age as an excuse not to pursue their dreams, whether they feel like they're too young or too old. And so you brought it to this beautiful conclusion of like, this is all happening for me at the exact right time.
Right. I mean, it feels like it just was this huge awareness that I came to after the retreat, um, that that by being my age now, that I'm able to inspire like a lot more people than I would have been in my 20s or 30s. So
Yeah. So
I'm,
beautiful. I mean, and just being your daughter, like I've seen how much your awareness, using that word, has expanded so much more rapidly, even in just the last 6 months, right?
yep.
So tell everybody, you talked about fear, pursuing your dreams. That's a very real thing. We experience the feeling of fear. Tell everybody how, like, what shifted and how did you feel leaving in terms of the fear?
I will say that the biggest thing was, I mean, it was just amazing that you only had 5 journal prompts, I believe, during a 4-hour period. And except for a brief break that we took to eat a little snacks, it was like we took up that whole time of 4 hours. And I think what really did it was the aha moment of when you had us do our last journal prompt. And I mean, the writing was just so different, but I wasn't even aware of how powerful that was until you told us after we read them that it was the same question you had asked in the beginning, basically. And the difference, when I looked at the difference, it was night and day. There was absolutely zero question, zero fear of what my calling was by the time I left there.
Yes, it was so cool to see because in the question that I had them answer first, they both had some of the things that they wanted to get out of the experience and what they wanted clarity on and what they were afraid of, like some doubts, things like that. But by the end, it was like they were locked the F into who they were, like both of them. It was so powerful to see, but it was the same question. It was just posed at a different moment in time, and the answer was evidence of the identity shift that had occurred.
It was crazy.
I loved it. Um, so how do you feel moving forward into your retreat now? What's exciting you most as you take this version of you post event with me into continuing to create your event that's happening in July?
Well, what's the change? It's noticeable. The change that I could say is the greatest is that, I'm not saying that there aren't moments that I question still. It's like, but they're quickly squashed because I know my purpose. After leaving there, I know my purpose. I knew what I was supposed to do. And so those don't shake me when I start to feel like, well, where are the people? How am I going to do all this? Am I going to they just get brushed away really quick because I know I am
I am. Yes.
healer, I am the teacher, I am a dancer. And all those put together, there's no question that I'm not on the right path.
Yes, and you prove such a good point because it's like what you're identifying as, the I am that you are, right? In any single moment, it trumps your feelings. So you can have a moment of doubt of like, I don't see evidence, or how's it going to happen, or how's it all going to come together, or what am I going to do in a week from now? But who you are is so solid underneath all of that that it's like, that's kind of just a funky thought that I don't have to buy into as a whole story and identify with. It can be there. It's like the passenger in the car, but it's like I'm the one that's driving.
It's crazy because I'm interacting with everyone and everything differently now, including my cardio dance class that I started teaching about a month ago at the Y. Um, I'm more knowing that that's me and having people come up and say things to me that are actually confirming that what I want to do at the retreat, which come out in that class in a small way, work.
Mm, yes.
And so it's happening. And then even with even with my contract job, that's not part of the dance per se, but dealing with people, even there, I've used what I've gained from that, from your experience, your day retreat, and I've seen the power there. So it's
Wow.
across everything, my people, my family, my friends, everything.
Isn't it so fun when you're like, I haven't necessarily done anything different yet, but I've just had a shift in awareness, a shift in identity, and I'm already seeing the ripple effect of that and feeling it and like people mirroring it back to you. Isn't that so cool?
It's crazy. It's crazy how everything flows because I had been frustrated trying to find somebody to work with me that I could use some of the things I was planning so I could test them out. Like, does this work? Until I can really do it, and see it, I'm feeling that's where the fear comes in. Well, now it's like God's just sending me the opportunities. It was like one morning I was helping my husband do his simple PT exercises. And it was wild because I started doing some of the movement that I have planned for the retreat with him. And he like lit up. It was a different,
Oh,
I mean, he was moving his arms and moving his body. And then after I kind of went off to do my thing, he went out on the deck and he was just moving it and just enjoying. And he was coming alive. And I was like,
oh.
okay, I have to trust myself. And
Yeah.
turned out it was the person that I live with 24/7 that I was able to work with.
Wow. That blows my mind too, because it's like the ripple effect of the family, which makes my heart extra happy. Um, so good. So what would you tell anybody that's like on the edge, teetering about either working with me or coming to a VIP day with me? I'm gonna be hosting another one. And or coming to your retreat. Anybody that's feeling the pull to do some sort of investment in themselves, what would you tell them about it?
Number one, trust your gut. If you're feeling the nudge was put there for a reason. It's something there that's speaking to you. Um, and walk in faith, not
Mm.
and let fear, you know, let that shit go.
Let that shit go. It's not
Yeah,
who you really are.
yeah, just believe in yourself. If you believe in what you're feeling, you know, as they say, I've learned this lesson a long time ago. God will make a way.
Mm. That's so true. That is so true. There's been moments, where I've like wanted to hire a coach or somebody for support and I haven't known how it's going to happen or how it's going to be paid for. But when I've made that decision that it's done and it's happening, it's been provided. So you're spot on with that.
And if there's questions, like I did, I think I came to you and I started
Mm-hmm.
things. What are you going to cover? I mean, ask the questions. Ask
Yeah.
to just take care of those fears.
Yes, I love it. So good. Okay, anything else on your heart last minute that you want to share with the people that's coming up?
Oh, I just have such a deep passion to see everyone on this earth, especially women, because I feel like a lot of times they stuff themselves taking care of everybody else around them.
Mm,
It's time to take care of yourself. And it's like, just know that you can be that person filled with joy and the blessings overflowing. Just take that leap of faith.
so true. It always starts with a decision.
Exactly.
Yeah, 1,000%. It's like, how do you know what you're going to wear for the day? You make a decision. How do you know what way you're going to drive to work? You make a decision. Like everything starts with that decision. And it starts with deciding, like, I want a different life and I'm fucking allowing myself to have it.
So sometimes it means making a new decision.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your retreat, when it's happening, all the things.
Well,
If,
it's
and
happening.
I will be there for a guest
Yes,
appearance doing
yes.
some coaching.
Well, that's
So
what's
I'm excited.
it's happening July 10th through 12th
Mhm.
at a beautiful Airbnb overlooking the water down in what's called Hooper's Island, Fishing Creek. And it's kind of out in the woods, but it's only about 20 minutes from Cambridge, Maryland. So it's doable for anybody in Maryland. It's a day's
That's
trip.
so true.
And we're just we're just having we're going to be having a lot of healing, a lot of sharing, a lot of moving, and a lot of setting free of old feelings and replacing those with the feelings that we want to have instead. And there'll be good food and good fun and lots of dancing with joy. Uh,
Yes.
and like you said, it's exciting because there is you coming to do the journaling, which is such a good way to set things off. I really feel like the journaling it can make the weekend. And then we have your sister Mary, and she's going to come and do some mindfulness and gentle stretching and just getting in touch to loosen up your body and get inside yourself and open up your mind. And we have Tammy coming to help people connect with each other, starting off with some intention setting and just what do they call it? Icebreakers. And then Katie will be there, and Katie is an absolutely phenomenal physical therapist. And Katie's going to give a session on movement science and how to protect our bodies while we move and just how they function and work. And she's also a great choreographer. So she's going to take some of our improv and dancing that we come together and learn, and then she's going to help with putting this into a final piece which ties in with the name of our retreat, which it is well. And it is well a soulful movement experience. And the song, our final song, is going to be Amen, It Is Well, which is one that you sent me a while back.
Yeah.
That it spoke to both of us, and we knew we wanted to do something with it a year or two ago, but we didn't know what. So well, now
Yes. And it's for anyone who you can be a professional dancer and you just want to like connect back to that joy and that passion and the expression, right? And
yeah,
I've heard you guys explain this. And it can be for somebody who's never really let themselves dance, but always is kind of on the edge of the party, like, "Oh, I kind of want to like jump in, but maybe I'm a little scared or awkward." That's
get rid of that.
yeah.
Get rid of it's all of it. It's for everybody because I'm a firm believer that God created us to move and
Hmm.
created us to move to express whatever it is in our soul that needs to come out to the world. So we all have that ability to move and express ourselves.
Yes.
I
So
once
you can
heard, I once heard
ex
saying that the difference about the art of dance, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Martha Graham or somebody, but the difference about the art of dance is that you are the art.
I
You are
like that.
creating that you are the artwork. And
I
to me,
love that.
it's powerful.
That's such a metaphor for life too. Like you are the one that's dancing through life, making it, the dance what you want it to be, no matter what kind of music is playing in your life, no matter what season you're in. So the people can expect to leave feeling more connected to themselves, to God, to each other. Like I can only say, like, as somebody who's both facilitated transformational events and been to them, like there isn't a woman that walks into these rooms and these spaces that doesn't leave change, that doesn't leave different. It's like it feels like a portal to me where there's the before the event version of you and then there's the after the event. And you leave with connections and friendships and just a different trajectory for your life that you're literally put on. Like when I went to a retreat in the end of 2024. It's like that retreat was the beginning of my motherhood journey. Conceived my son that day that I left, that I flew out. And it just changed the trajectory of my pregnancy because I was able to let go of all this fear. So the fact that you may not know why you're pulled to an event, which is how we started this conversation, but if you trust that knowing, like what's on the other side is where the magic happens.
Exactly. And bringing me back to what I talked to you before, I wanted one last
Oh,
thing.
yes, yes.
Yes, because this was so wild, and I didn't bring the old journal, but I came to the event at Best last weekend, and I had two journals with me, and I didn't know which one to use. And one was a journal that was ragged and torn and stuffed with papers from the past
It's so stuffed.
years, because I got that journal at my first kind of real women's wellness retreat, and we got that journal. And so I've used it off and on, mostly for things about my passion and what I'm going to do in life. Well, I came with that one because part of me felt like it needed to go in there, but then part of me felt like I needed something clean. So I came with two journals. The old one I don't have, but the new one is this one. And the women there were in agreement that I should use the new one. I wasn't
Look what it says.
I was leaning, but I wasn't sure why. And it wasn't until like yesterday or the day before when I looked at the title of this journal that I knew why. It was like it said it all. The new journal has the plans that God has known for me all along. So we're starting fresh.
It says, "For I know the plans that I have for you," right?
Yep.
It's kind of hard to read on the screen. Yeah. And that's literally what you had written in there was like your declarations, your I ams, your,
Mhm.
and not only that, but like you left in the knowing of them. And you had this big aha moment. We won't go into like what you were envisioning, but it was like, it is finished. Like it's done. It's guaranteed. You don't have to earn it. Like it's yours. And then we see this beautiful quote on the outside.
Pretty crazy.
It makes sense though, honestly. All right, everybody. Well, thank you, Mom, for being here. I appreciate you sharing your story.
Thank you.
It means a lot. I mean, it means a lot to work with you, to see you living your dreams. There is nothing that excites me more than, and this is the thing too. It's like when you activate your own power and you start walking in your alignment, your purpose, like your desires, you never know who is going to choose to activate what they want. And like this is the evidence of that. And now like my dad's involved and my sisters and it's just so cool and so crazy. And all the clients that you're going to work with, you and Katie are going to impact. It's going to be amazing to witness. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey.
And thank you for taking, I know there was some, I don't know if you call it fear, but a little bit of hesitation about working with your mom. So I want to thank you for responding.
Oh, you're so sweet. I mean, because she did a group program with me November and December. And there was when you first reached out about it, there was a moment of hesitation because I was like, can I really like do that? Like, can I coach my mom and be unbiased and be like out of like not connected to anything associated with me? And I decided that I could and I wanted to and I did. And it really just only strengthened not only our relationship inside coaching, outside of coaching, but also made me realize like, fuck, if I can coach my mom, like who can I not coach? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, so it really just locked both of us into our power even more. And so I'm glad that you also trusted your knowing. It's just life
thank,
is wild.
yep, thank you so much.
All right, we love you guys. And if you have questions about my next in-person event, my mother's retreat, which I will also be at, shoot either of us a DM or even working virtually with either of us. We would love to answer any questions and see if it's a good fit and live your dreams. Now's the time.